my name is Napolitano, and let me just get this out of the way first. I have cerebral palsy. I can barely hold on to the chair right now because I slide out of things usually.
So should we check every now and then, make sure you give us the cue? Ron will scoot you back, okay?
Yes, please.
All right.
And on top of that, I'm legally blind. So you could look at my life and say, man, you've had a hard life, let's all give you hugs, and that kind of life that I want. I want to be treated as normal as humanly possible. And when I was in high school, I didn't have a lot of friends because you could call me a loner, you could call me shy, but the one, that's one, but I mean, the reason why is because I didn't tell people that I had these things going on, because I thought if they knew, they'd treat me differently. And when I got out of high school, I started realizing that I had two friends, and one of them is getting ready to move away, and the other one is going his separate way. So when I got to Lipscomb, I kind of sat down with my thoughts and with God, and really decided to start being more transparent about my life, and I was. And unbeknownst to me, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, being transparent worked. You know, telling people I needed these things worked. And one thing led to another, and I decided that I would start hanging out with a wonderful group of people, and most of which are here today. The other 10 or so decided to ignore me, I guess. But most of which have been here and have done things that I could get into, but you don't want to hear every gruesome detail of my life. But what God, what God has shown me through these 5 years, okay? Someone got it. It's been 5 years since I came to Lipscomb. That makes me feel old. But what God has shown me through these 5 years is that as long as you trust in Him and you are open and transparent about your life, God will provide. And I am really eternally grateful for that. I've had opportunities that I couldn't have ever dreamed of having. Kind of as an offshoot of that, I'll take this really quick. I have met people that have their own challenges and their own stories, which I will not get into here because it's their stories to tell, but what God has also shown me is that my life doesn't have to be a one-sided relationship. I have been able, through my disabilities, to really get to know people one-on-one and really get to experience God's love in a way that I'm not going to say most people haven't, but in a very unique sort of way. Like, I view my life as kind of this one-sided table that's going to flip over one day. But as I have matured and grown spiritually, I have realized that my life isn't one-sided, and I offer people time and the ability just to listen to them and get to know their story. And although I don't have all the answers, I am always open to hearing people and giving them advice, no matter how crappy the advice is. So my story is not a story of loss and of pain as other people's have been. My story is truly a story of joy and of kind of realizing that my life is so much more than I thought it was 4 years ago. And for that, I am grateful, and I can truly say beyond a shadow of a doubt, I am second, and God has blessed me beyond my wildest dreams. So, thank you.
Yay.
How short / long was that?
That was probably one of our shorter ones, probably. Was it good? What did you hear? What did you hear?
Just letting us see.
Yeah. Questions you have, comments?
I can't remember what it's very specific, but it reminds me, things in Romans, like God makes strengthen our weakness. I really see that. Thank you for sharing this.
Others?
I'm friends with most of the people who shared their stories here, so, I mean, each time I hear it again, I'm like, there's a reason God made you the way you are. I mean, like, Ron to reach out and to other people who experience similar things, and Jeremy to like, I mean, this kid. And Corey, you were one of the friendliest people I actually know. I think the first time I ever met you, like most people, I don't hug the first time I meet them. You just came up and grabbed my arm and yanked me down into a hug, and I was like, I guess this is okay. So, I feel like knowing being more than what people perceive as a disability, that's something I like. I mean, I experienced that in my own life, but not to, a particular physical degree, but using, like, keeping that mindset, I think that's just amazing. Like,
Thank you very much. I thought I was going long, I really did. Because, you know, you were the son that, I talked a lot Sunday.
Okay.
Shut up, Ron, no one cares.
No. Corey, that just takes everything you said and just throws it on.
Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. I can destroy your credibility too if you want me to, but I have
I'm
many.
gonna fuck with everything, Corey. Bring it on. Come on. Let's do it.
You call me cripple at least once a week.
And you've told me several times that I need to get liposuction.
Alright, so it's came to do, here we
I can
go.
keep on this.
Shots fired, right, okay. Yeah, so Corey shared his story at the well Sunday in the morning and Sunday afternoon. So there's a well church going on in the coffee house over there, if you didn't know about it, but every morning, every Sunday I get 10 and 5 in the afternoon.
10:45.
10:45 and 5, so, if you wanna check that out, you can, or tell others about it, but, Rob Touchstone, who works here now full-time in Mission Entrepreneurship, he, runs that and invites people to come share their story.
So I was, long story short, I was deathly afraid of talking for half an hour. So I wrapped it up relatively quickly.
Well,
And I apologize.
don't apologize, transparency and trust, those are the two words that came out of it. And I think you said, through your disability, you've gotten to know a lot of people that maybe you wouldn't have gotten to know, and you've seen God's love in your life in a way that maybe you didn't know.
Yeah, I think I covered the main points. I really did.
Yeah.
I mean, these three, they're all the Jeremy, Forrest, and Ron have done so much for me, especially Forrest and Ron. Jeremy's just kind of like a tag along, but
Yeah, thanks, Lord.
and
Got an honorable mention.
Ron,
Participating award.
Corey, you know, that's not very Christian of you to say. But, Forrest has basically become, through no fault of his own, my chauffeur. Stand up, man. No, literally, stand up while I'm talking about you. Stand up. And he has allowed me to see God in the truest light possible. I mean, we all have our challenges, but God's love shines through our challenges, and He's done a lot more than drive me around. But I don't know what the mic is still on, so I don't want to say what He's done. But I will just say back up. And it was that night that I realized that
Enough said.
he's a true friend, and he really is willing to go the extra mile. And
Yeah.
for that, I am eternally grateful. Like the Lord Amy in the Toy Story, you saved my life, and I am eternally grateful. Ron,
Yes.
stand up.
Can we set you up or stand up?
Stand up. And sit me up, I guess.
Whatever. Thanks.
Stand up.
First.
Person.
They can see me on our report.
Okay.
You can't because you're blind. Continue.
Define me, okay? Define me. Ron has done things that it's been a few months ago now, but my parents were out of town, and I really don't like once my parents were out of town, and Forrest had to be somewhere. I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna be alone for 2 hours or so, and I literally called him up. I'm like, let's have lunch, because lunch is nice. So I'm like, dude, you're here because I want to have lunch with you, but I have no one to be with for the next couple hours. He's like, without batting an eye, he's like, let me call off work and stay with you for 3 hours, which turned into 4, which turned into 5. I'm like, this person, and there are tears in my eye, and I'm trying not to blink out, but any friend that is willing to really put someone else's well-being before themselves is really the definition of God. Because in Matthew it said, put others before yourselves, and this is how you truly know me. And I'm misquoting and I'm paraphrasing, but I cannot say enough good things about Ron, and this again, joy.
You want to slip down on the floor, bud? I'll let you slip down on the floor. True.
No, crack my hair open.
Say you're welcome.
Die.
Say you're
I'm
welcome.
welcome.
All right.
But and more than that, just you've seen over the past 10 minutes the way we react to each other. He doesn't treat me like I'm in a wheelchair. From day one, he's like, if you're okay with this, this is how I'm gonna treat you because this is the way I treat everybody else. And I'm like, Ron, I wouldn't want it any other way. And just making me feel normal has really been, among everything else he's made me feel normal. He's made me a worse person for it, but he's made me feel normal. I cannot put anything, like I put nothing else in higher regard than treating me normal. So, and Jeremy's done stuff we don't have time to get to.
All right, everybody wheel out.